What is going on, guys? Johnny on the track back with another video. A lot of new stuff this week. We've got a new logo, which I'm still trying to figure out at this moment, to be honest with you. Obviously, the aspect ratio, I think that's how you say that, is not on par. But I want to record. I do this on Tuesdays, and I just don't have time to kind of get this to look a little bit better. We'll make it look better. I'm not too concerned, but there's the new logo. If you've been if you've been keeping up with the YouTube, I've actually put it out on. It's on my Twitter now. It's also on the YouTube little, the YouTube image in the corner. It's there now. So you probably have seen it. But still, this is the first time I've actually put it into Zoom, which is what I'm using there in the back. So still, yeah, I mean, obviously just trying to work out the kinks, if you will, the little bumps in the road. Now, the other thing, as you see, right there we go. In the bottom left-hand corner is a logo for a company, Slice, that is now presenting our show. So thank you to Slice. So essentially, Slice is going to be with us moving forward on the betting shows. Slice is a vodka-based seltzer that's 100 calories, gluten-free, has no added sugar or sweeteners. It's clean, crisp, and easy to drink. Whether you're at the beach, maybe on the golf course, out for the night, or just chilling at home, Slice is the drink for you. You guys know I'm a New England guy, right? Born, raised in Rhode Island, bet out of Rhode Island, live out of Rhode Island. So right now, they're only in Westerly, Rhode Island, but they're expanding in the state and then hopefully more in New England. So Slice, it's definitely coming to a liquor store near you if you are a New England, guy, gal, however you're watching. Also, definitely follow Slice on Instagram at Slice Seltzer. That's SLYCE Seltzer. They're also on TikTok at SIPSLYCE. That's at Sip Slice, rather. They've got merch. You can go on their website, sliceseltzer.com. They've got some cool merch. First flavor is white peach. It's excellent. I had it this past weekend. Really, really enjoyed it. So Slice is sticking with us. I know they're only Rhode Island based, but as we expand, they'll expand. As we win bets, they'll win people over. Yeah, that's how I see this. So there we go. All right. So now we can get into the bets here. Iowa Speedway. I'm excited for Iowa. Only the second time we are going to see Iowa in the Cup Series. They raced there last year, and Ryan Blaney was a man on a mission. Started second, led 201 laps, and ended up winning. He had a 146 driver rating, 26 better than second place William Byron, who didn't lead a lap, but had a good running position and started fourth, so was right around there. But overall, Iowa, we've got a new tire, so definitely that is something that we've got to watch for, keep in mind. Unlike Dover, they did have a tire test. Chase Briscoe, Kyle Busch, Cindric tested the tires. So, is this huge? No, but I'll give them a little bit leg up, especially from a setup perspective. They obviously have felt the track already, felt this tire on their car. So definitely have experimented with a setup. But, all those three guys were only okay last week. So I don't really think they'll qualify very well. I mean, Briscoe has just been exceptional at qualifying, but again, he's kind of probably going to go like, what would I like 25th, 26th car out. It's not like he's going to be one of the final like 5, 6 cars. So, I think that's going to play into a little bit of this as well. But I would eye Austin Cindric for a top 10, especially since Iowa, short, flat, more like Richmond because there is a little bit of banking, but Gateway, he was great at last year. Ended up winning, started, front row there. So I think Cindric is a guy to look for. Cindric also really good last week at another flat track in Indianapolis. Led a lot of laps, had a good car, possibly had a shot to win that thing if he doesn't blow that tire. But again, just something to note: Briscoe, Kyle Busch, Cindric all tested the tire, so they, probably will have a little bit of a leg up on those guys. All right, so honestly, I'm high on Ford. Blaney, his number isn't great. I'm going to put this out here. The board right now is not great. You've got Larson, Blaney, and Bell all at plus 450 right now. That's how I see it on Rhode Island Sportsbook. Not loving those numbers, but I do like Ford because I think Blaney is going to be terrific again. I think Logano will be good again. Logano finished sixth here last year, had a 100 driver rating, started 11th and ran pretty much right around top seven all race last year. Now it was a night race, so a little bit different than what we're seeing this weekend. Now I do want to get my DraftKings numbers up, but look, high on Ford, Blaney, Logano. I mentioned Cindric having that leg up with the tire test. Barry was good here. He led laps, was aggressive, finished top 10. And then Brad started fifth, finished 10th. And Brad is the all-time winner, tied with Ricky Stenhouse in NASCAR wins, NASCAR series wins here. He's got three on the Xfinity series, but still something to note. So with that, I'm actually going to take a Brad outright. I'm going to take a Brad Keselowski outright bet at, that can't be right. That is, here we go. That was for the championship. Brad outright 35 to 1. Again, he'll probably be starting up front. I think he's a sneaky pole guy because he had a good result, a top five last week at Indianapolis. He's the all-time leader here in NASCAR Series wins with three. Again, started well last year, ran well, finished 10th. I think there's a lot to like about Brad this week. Showed some speed, really has showed a lot of speed the summer months, quite frankly. Like Brad and Ty Gibbs have been two of the better guys throughout the summer months. And you look, he's 35 to 1. I like that a lot. And yeah, so Larson, I guess on DraftKings, Larson's 450, Hamlin's 500, and Blaney is 550. So I actually would take that Blaney line on DraftKings. I would take that right now, 550 for Blaney. But I'm taking that Brad Keselowski outright. I think that's a good bet. Another guy I'm high on is Ryan Preece. I heard the post race radio or in the in car radio. I heard his post race interview. I said, yeah, top 10, top 10. He's won here in the Xfinity Series. It's basically what put him on the map. He got an opportunity with Joe Gibbs Racing. He wins at Iowa, and that was that. And that's really how he's, been around in the Cup Series and Xfinity and Truck and getting these opportunities was from that very race. He said, I'm ready to make another memory. At this point, he's pretty much a top 10 guy every other week. I think he just is ninth top 10, which is like really, really good for a guy like Preece. He's right around plus 200. He will qualify well because he had a top five last week at Indianapolis. So he's going to be one of those last guys to go. He and Brad, sneaky pole guys, in my opinion. Sneaky pole guys. I would take a look at those guys for the pole as well. But Brad, outright, Preece, top 10. And then I don't know if this line is real because DraftKings doesn't have their top 10. FanDuel doesn't have their top 10. Rhode Island Sportsbook doesn't have their top 10. But on Action Network, Ricky Stenhouse is plus 1,800 for a top 10. Like that's the line it says. I already put that in on Action Network. If that's true, anywhere, if that's true, you take that because to me that's bet of the year potential. I'm taking Stenhouse from anywhere from. I wrote down 5 to 1. I think honestly there's value on 4.5 to 1, but 5 to 1 and up. I think he's probably going to open around 4.5. Top five here last year. He won 3 straight Xfinity Series races here in a row. Again, one of him and Brad, two all-time winners in NASCAR here at Iowa Speedway. He won three straight Xfinity races, finished top five, started 35th in that race last year, and still finished fifth. And actually, if you look at his driver rating, pretty good. 79.6, which puts him right around 10th. Right around 10th. And again, finished fifth, led four laps. Here, I mean, this is a wild bet if we can find this anywhere. Going by what I usually see for top 10 stuff, if this is anywhere, it's FanDuel. They usually have pretty aggressive top 10 lines, but I don't think it's going to be this number. I think it's probably going to be around the 4.5 to 5. But I would take it. I have to see, but I would take it 5 to 1 and on, maybe stretch to 4.5. But Ricky Stenhouse Jr., I get he hasn't had a good season, but he's just one of those guys where when he has a knack for a track, he runs well at said track. He has a knack for Iowa. He always has. The minute they put it on the schedule in the Cup Series, he starts 35th and finishes fifth, plus 30 net rating in that category. Stenhouse top 10, Priest top 10. Blaney outright, Brad outright, Ford to win. I'm going to put that out here now. Ford to win, Cindric top 10. That's what I'm leaning towards now. I know I mentioned a lot of Ford. Barry is another guy that I think he's probably going to be around even money for a top 10. But if I see some value there, I might attack him on the final card. Not a crazy card at this moment. Not a crazy card because I don't know, the new tire, the numbers on some of these guys, I'm going a little bit back and forth here. So Johnny on the track on Action Network at JOTT_podcast for the final card for this Sunday at Iowa. Appreciate you guys watching as always. Please hit that Please hit that subscribe button down below if you like what you're watching, if you like what you see, if you like NASCAR content, if you like gaming content with NASCAR. I've been doing some NASCAR 25 videos. Hit that subscribe button. Give this video a like as well. It goes a long way for the channel and being able to promote this video. And of course, want to know what you guys think. Who are your Iowa bets, your Iowa picks, your drivers to watch? Put that in the comment section down below. We'll see you next time, and let's go win some money.